Hey, welcome back. We're going to be doing another episode of Rate My Base here. We're going to try and attack Doug's SSB. Probably not going to happen because he's got a lot of money, so most likely he's online raiding people. So we're going to go do a quick overview of his base. We're on King J-Dub again. We're going to be attacking a couple people today, hopefully do 5 or 6. We've added some leadership to our belt, and that's about it. We have normal resistance for 100. And then we have some fire resistance there, fire shield. So he's got a lot of mortars. Hopefully not 2 in each wave. Just need 1. Setup looks very nice. This should be a firebolt tower over there. It doesn't look like he has many firebolt towers, so hopefully he put one right in that corner. The only downside is that if you extend this path a little bit longer, make it up to here, the firebolt tower would be a little bit more effective. But you see, right, it's right in the beginning, so I'm going to bring out cannons, and then the cannons are going to kill the spikes, kill that tower, and kill this barrier, and then they're going to move up and take care of this tower in the corner. So the corner is really strong, but my cannons are right there, and I can spawn them as soon as I want or need them, and there's nothing to really kill them on the way getting up to this section. All they have to do is move up just a little bit, and they can shoot that spot right there. So that firebolt tower should be able to kill 2 of my cannons, but it will be fine. It'd be definitely worth the effort for me to use 2 cannons to get that firebolt tower destroyed. So if the road was extended a little bit more, like 4 or 5 paths, and then maybe like a little curve down, that would mean there's more possible death before I can get to that corner. So that's something to think about. You want to try and protect the corner spot as much as possible, because that is the best spot in the game. Again, this corner right here. So if you have another firebolt tower, putting a firebolt tower in that corner right there, very ideal, because it's deep into your base, and so it's almost impossible to time the cannons to get all the way up here without being destroyed because of all these other obstacles for them to go through. So definitely put a firebolt cannon here and there if you're going to keep your same base layout here. Other than that, everything else looks pretty standard. We're going to try and attack this setup right here. Let's see how things go. Can't attack him, he's online. So we're going to hop over to our next opponent. Our next opponent is lucx. And so lucx is using a modified version of the clover that I fought the other day with Master E. And I fought lucx actually last night mistakenly, just trying to farm medals because he was giving out free medals the other day. So I know a little bit about his base. He does have a lot of firebolt towers. He's a very strong base, tons and tons of those. So you definitely need a lot of pyromancers. The cannons aren't going to be as effective in this base environment because they'll get stuck a lot over here, and then they'll be shooting these guys, and they'll get blown away. So cannons aren't that effective. We're going to bring out a mortar. The mortar will help do some poison damage to the corner right here. And then, unfortunately, we don't have Bladestorm unlocked yet, which would do a lot of damage to the barricades. So we have to make do like this. But yeah, a lot of the times we're going to be using a lot of pyromancers in this fight. The troop selection looks pretty good. Possibly a little bit less paladins, because most of your troops are probably going to get stuck right here, and you're going to want them to be range, so they shoot down there. But we'll see how things work out here. So we're going to go like this. We are going to bring up. Can't attack. So he's online as well. So now we'll try our next opponent, which brings us to someone I have to go search for. So I'll take out Jason W. We'll go search for, it looks like nooteerak. Nooteerak. Oh, not how you spell it. Let's see how we spell this. Let's go nooteerak. Is that right? There we go. No true. So we're gonna go and try and attack him. Hopefully he's not online as well. Giving us a decent amount of loot. See, this is what I mean about in the attacking the other video, is he has a long straight path and he has this corner over here. So in order to get past this and this, to get to this corner, which should be a firebolt tower, I have to clear these things, and then these troops over here can take out all my other stuff on the, all my troops that are coming by. You might want to put like a spike right here, or actually no, not a spike, because your hero would run up and can attack it. A spike would be okay, actually, I would guess. But a barricade right here, in this section right at the corner, because the cannons are going to stop right here, and they're going to shoot over there. And so that delays the cannon, which means that more troops can come up, and as your hero's coming up here to fight and take care of these cannons, the troop buildup will come here, and then the pyromancers and stuff will come out, and they'll take out the cannons that are sitting over here trying to kill the barricade. So that's a good setup, is just move this barrier up one, make the base a little bit more optimal in my estimation. So I need cannons, no more mortars for this fight. I haven't fought this person yet. We don't use scrolls in the series. We go through. He's giving us a decent amount of trophies. 25 is a good amount. So probably not going to get through. That means he's fairly tough. We're going to keep this same setup. And we're going to go ahead, and our whole ideal is to get over here so we can protect our cannons. So we're going to bring out 2 cannons in the beginning because he has barricades right up in front. And the game is thinking here. It's lagging on the screen. So hopefully it isn't going to die off. And hopefully he's not online. And it's still thinking. So if he is online, we're going to go ahead and probably cut this video and then just start over. I'm going to bring out 2 cannons there. Should be able to take care of that barricade right there. I'll bring out 1 pyromancer now. Took care of all those troops. I need to wait to get my sword ready to come up. I'm going to try and call the cannons so they get up closer to me so I can protect them more. Oh, he has a bomb tower up there, so that's not optimal. It doesn't do that much damage, so it's not that big of a deal for us to worry about anymore. But you can see his troops are already starting to like choke point right there and take care of everything else. So that's what I'm talking about. If you add a barricade right here, then the cannons will also get stuck right there as well. And so they will take a lot of damage and they'll die before they can even get to that corner and attack the firebolt tower. You definitely got to put a firebolt tower in that corner. Go ahead and call the troops. I don't know if they're getting stuck on something or trying to fight. Especially the cannons. The cannons might be trying to target something. Do need to regenerate some, so I'm going to just sit back a little bit. And then once these guys come up, now I'm going to kind of stay behind them. Run up here, sorting, and then sit back just a little bit. So it did look like the troops were kind of stuck on the ranged troops over there. So, like I said, that choke point is really good. If you add a firebolt cannon to it, it'll make it even better. And come over to the corner so you can burn that first arrow tower, get rid of that. You need to come back and regenerate some. I'm going to call the troops so hopefully they don't get stuck anymore. Gotta try to focus on the skull tower. It does a lot more damage than the other stuff. So you gotta take care of that ASAP. Come up here, get a sword rain off, get a firestorm off, takes out most of that stuff. I'm about to die, but the time's almost out, so I'm gonna try and run up and get as much gold as possible by touching the castle. See, I just got my 2nd star. So even though I died right there, I gained an extra, who knows how much money I wasn't able to look, but I gained more money and I gained more trophies. So all in all, a very solid base there. Definitely need to change up some of the tower placements. The firebolt tower needs to be moved over to the corner spot. Oops. I have to go pull up this thing again. But I like the layout. I like the wave troops. So what I would suggest is moving this one up here so the cannons start targeting it and they sit there and actually, clump up, and they'll get destroyed by all that group of troops that were sitting there. And then his other choke point is right here. Adding the firebolt tower to that corner, ideal. You can take out a lot of things over here, cause burn damage to every troop that walks by, so it does a lot of damage. And the only way to be killed is either to scroll there or to use cannons, and most likely the cannons are going to get destroyed before they get up there, and it'll take about probably 5 cannons of you summoning them to get up there and actually kill this tower, which that's a lot of summoning power that you're wasting just to kill that one tower. So otherwise, this is a very good setup here. This corner is especially deadly with all the towers that they have there. And everything else worked out pretty well. Again, at the gate too, he does have some nice protection there. Those things are going to make it harder for your hero to kill the gates unless they have a big, massive army and they're just like insanely overpowered and just walk through your base. But as it was, I had hardly any life got up there. The towers and the troops killed me fairly quickly. So all in all, a great base here. I give it about an 8 out of 10 because this should be a firebolt tower. And then, like I said, that tweak right there will push it up to probably a 9 or a 10. The firebolt towers in those corners, it's so overpowered, it's not even funny.